What's up YouTube, what's up guys? Super excited to bring you back to another episode of my funding challenge journey. If you're new to this channel, my name is Frank and I'm the founder of HalogenFX. I'm super excited to bring you to this new channel and this new video. I'm actually documenting my journey in becoming a funded trader of a $9,000 account. If you already know, I'm trading a $3,000 account from a TenTrade Pro firm and a $6,000 from a Fundednext Pro firm. I'm going to take you guys over the trade I took this week. This is the week 2 of my challenge journey. I'm going to share the trade I took and tell you what I'm currently on my trading account, if I'm in a drawdown or if I'm in a profit. You understand? So before wasting much of your time, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel because I update you guys with new educational content, and also this is where I document my journey in becoming a profitable trader and also a $9,000 funded trader. But without wasting much of your time, let's get into the video. So guys, this is the EURUSD. The OGs know that I trade one pair. Like I told you, my new strategy require me to trade one pair and one time frame and one session. I trade only the 15-minute time frame and the EURUSD and I trade only the New York session. Why we are currently on a daily chart. Why did I look at the daily chart first? I just looked at the trend is actually bullish. You understand? The trend is actually bullish, so I don't trade it. I don't do daily time frame analysis, multi-time frame analysis. I do it occasionally, but in this case I already know that the trend is actually bullish. So what I was looking for is to buy the market. So if I'm going down to the lower time frame, which is my time frame where I backtested the 15-minute time frame, you're gonna see how I took it. So eventually the market opened on Sunday. So if I go back, show you where the market opened. This is Thursday. So this is where the market opened my time on Sunday night. So I will start from there for the analysis how I took the trade. So I'll use this minute. So the market opened here my time. So when I came into the market on Monday, you understand, I trade only the New York section. So what I do, my strategy require me to do to mark out the highs of the Asian session and the lows of this Asian session, because I told you in my previous video that the highs and the lows of the Asian session has liquidity on it. So definitely what the London session does actually take either the low of the Asian session or the high of the Asian session, because liquidity is resting above these highs and lows. You understand? And I told you guys what fuels the market is actually liquidity. Without liquidity, there will be no movement in the market. So what I did during the New York session, I look for my Asian session high and my Asian session low. So I think this is the Asian session starts from 1 a.m. my time, Monday 1 a.m. around here. So permit me to bring this thing here. So this is where the Asian session starts from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. my time. So this is where the Asian session starts for this range. This range, let me mark it for you. Sorry. This whole range, this two place is where the Asian session start from and starts and ends. So definitely, like I said, the lows and the highs of the Asian session has liquidity. So I'm going to be using this as a liquidity sign. Like I told you, liquidity is money. You understand? So if I place this thing, you should know that this is liquidity. You feel me? So the market, the London session actually goes for either the high of the Asian session or the low of the Asian session. So in this case, the Asian session did The Asian session actually took out the low. The London session actually took out the Asian session low and the high. So if I zoom this thing for you guys so you can see it very well, you can see what the market did. When I came into the market, you understand, I saw that the market took out the low of the Asian session first. You can see this wick here. I see this candlestick here. There's a wick there. it wicked out this low, so it has taken the low and also came to take out the high. So for me, with this kind of a setup, it's a high probable setup for me. Whenever the highs and the lows are taken out, you understand, it gives me a high probable setup. But in trading, nothing is 100%. Nothing is 100%. We are actually trading on a probability scale, but we know that in a series of trade will come out profitable. So you can see that the extension took out the low and also took out the high. So when I saw that, I noticed that it first of all took out this the extension low. When it took that extension and it was a weak, so that means it was a liquidity grab, and eventually broke the high of the extension high with the body candle close, which signified like a break of structure for me. So without wasting my time, I just looked for the other block that led to that break of structure, which is this other block here, this other block, this one. So you can see when the New Year session started, the New Year session starts from 1 p.m. my time, GMT +1. The New Year session starts from 1 p.m. GMT +1, which was here. You understand? Which is this candlestick here. Which is this candlestick. This is where the New Year session starts from. This is the candlestick. So I didn't waste all my time. I just had to set my limit there. I set my limit there, and eventually the market came to tap me in, and I used a 12 pip stop loss thereabouts. I think 10 or 12 pip stop loss here. I think I used 10 pips here. So immediately when the market came, the New Year session opened, the first candle that opened the New Year session tapped me in, and eventually market went against my buyers. So I got stopped out for that day on Monday. So I didn't see any opportunity again, because my strategy my trade plan required me for one or two max trade per day, you understand, and in a percentage wise I risk 1% per day. So for each trade I take, I risk 0.5 until I'm up about 2% before I can now increase my risk to 1%. But if I'm not up on my account with 2%, I can't risk 1%, rather I'll be doing the 0.5%. So in this case I lost 0.5 of my account on Monday. Now going back to, I didn't see any trade again, and my trade plan requires me to trade from 1 p.m. GMT +1 to 3 p.m. GMT +1. Anything away from this, it is against my trade plan, because that is where the volatility of the market lies in based on my strategy. So that Monday was a loss for me. So I came on Tuesday. I was still looking to to buy the market, because the market is actually bullish on the higher time frame, like I checked. But also I was just looking for the bullish market in the lower time frame, which is the 15 minutes that followed my trade plan. So when the market opened on Tuesday around here, on Tuesday. So this is the market, this is the Asian session here. So I marked out the Asian session, the range of the Asian session. Like I told you, the range of the Asian session is from my own time is 1 a.m. GMT +1 to 7 a.m. GMT +1. So this is actually the Asian session range. So I did I marked out those range, because I told you that the market goes for this liquidity, and which market session when it goes for the liquidity is the London session. And you can see here that the London session took out the high of this. Let me delete this. Sorry, I'm not with my mouse, so I'm not that fast with the space bar. So the London session opened around 8 a.m. my time, and took out only the highs of the Asian session. You can see, like I told you, that the Asian session highs and lows has liquidity resting on them, you understand. So and what the London session do is that it goes to take either the low or the high. You can see in this scenario, the London session when it opened, it only took out the highs of the Asian session. You can see it took it out and started breaking structure, going to the upside. So when the New Year session opened, what did I see? I looked at the market during the London session and saw that there was a break of structure here. If I zoom out, If I zoom out, you see that there was a break of structure here. So when there was a break of structure here, the market was actually making higher highs and let me use the brush to show you something. Oh god. So yeah, when the London session opened, it was taking it took out the Asian session high and was making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Those that have watched my previous video, you will know where I explained the market structure. You understand what I mean. So at this point, the market did broke this structure here. After making this low, it broke this structure. So before, when the London session, the New York session opened, which was around 1 p.m. my time, I marked out this other block that led to that break of structure. This other block that led to this break of structure, and I waited for 1 p.m. candles to start. So, and the 1 p.m. candle was this here, so immediately I set my limits. I used a market execution on this. So immediately I placed the market using a 12 pip stop loss on this. You understand? Because all my criteria has been met. You understand? All my criteria has been met. And unfortunately, there was a news that came out around 1:30 p.m. My rule states that I'm free to trade any high impact news, but except the CPI, the FOMC, and the NFP. I don't trade those high impact news, but any other high impact news, I'm willing to take it. So eventually, in this case, there was a high impact news around here. I don't know what the news are all about, but I know that there was a high impact news. So when the market was dangling, what then happened? The news came out, and stopped me out to take out the low of this Asian session. Immediately took out the low of this Asian session. They did they reversed back. You can see, I tell you that the market actually goes for the if you backtest this, you will know that the market goes for the highs and the lows of the Asian session, because that is where liquidity lies in. After taking out the Asian session lows and high, then you see what then happened. You understand? So this is what happened. They took out the low of the Asian session. So that was the loss for me on Tuesday. This is a 0.5 loss on I risked 1% on this account. I went against my trade plan in terms of the risk per trade. So I had to risk 1% because I saw that high probable setup, like with this break of structure with a clean imbalance. So I risked 1% on this. So I lost 1% of my account on this actual day. Remember, I said I am entitled to 1% per day, but in essence, I'll only do that. I'll only risk 1% per trade if I'm up 2%. But in this case, I was not up even 1%, but I risked 1%. But I was still in my my risk tolerance limit. I didn't go away from it. So I risked 1% on this, and I was stopped at 1%. So thereabout now, I've been stopped out 2 times for the week. So coming on Wednesday, I think this is where Wednesday stand. Coming on Wednesday, yes, I got my trade again. So what do? The first thing, I marked out the Asian session highs and the Asian session lows, and this is where the Asian session starts from. 1 a.m. my time, and stopped close at 7 a.m. GMT plus 1. So this is the whole of the Asian session range. So what do? I mark them out, highs and the lows. I mark it out. So this is it. I mark it out. So after doing that, what do? I wait for the London session to do what? During this period, the Asian session time and the London session time, I'm not on the chart. It's when it's already close to approaching the New York session that I mark all these my highs and the lows to see what the market actually done. So in this case, the London session opened around there and took out the Asian session high. When they took out the Asian session high, remember they've not taken the Asian session low. So what do? When I came into the market, like I told you, the Asian session highs and lows has liquidity resting above. So the London session goes for this liquidity, either the highs or the lows. You can see they took out the high here in this scenario. So after taking that, I looked at the market structure. What did I see? I saw that they broke before approaching the new session. The market broke this structure low here. They broke this structure low here. So in essence, this was like a liquidity grab here. So this was like a liquidity grab here. So they took out the what, and they broke this structure here. So this is a break of structure. Let me add it. So this is a break of structure. So before, when the new year session opened, it opened around what, 1 p.m. So this was the candlestick here. So what did I do? When I saw that break of structure, I was already on my chart. Then I saw this other block here that actually that led to this massive break of structure here. This other block led to this massive break of structure with this massive candle. So I set my limit here and waited for the 1 o'clock candle to come and pick me in, and it was the 1 o'clock candle picked me in around here. So I set my limit on that other block, because it was actually the one that made that led to the break of structure. So, and it has imbalance in it. In this case, I used a 10 pip stop loss. Yes, I used a 10 pip stop loss here. So this other block was where I set the limit. There is no other block above here, and you can see that price is already balanced here. So it was only here that the other block that has a imbalance. So I set my limit there. So eventually price moved to my direction. What just happened? See what happened. That is the roller coaster that comes with trade. Price tapped me in and went to my direction, but when it came to the Asian session low, you can see it took out the Asian session low and started reversing back. But my rule says that whenever there is a break of structure, a 15-minute break of structure, I do I go break even. So I broke even on this trade, and eventually when the price took out the Asian session low, the market eventually reversed back to stop me out on break even, and eventually went down to my my TP. I wasn't paying that like that. No, I wasn't, because I followed my trade plan. So on Wednesday was a break even for me. So I didn't see any opportunity that day. So I moved to the on Thursday. So coming on Thursday, which is the last day of the week for me, I trade Mondays to Thursdays. Fridays are not my trading days because it does not play well with my strategy. So I don't trade on Thursday, but rather I don't trade on Friday, but I trade on Thursday. From Mondays to Thursdays, that's when I trade. So moving to the last day of the week for me, which is on Thursday, the same thing, it is a ritual, so it is the same thing. So I marked out my Asian session highs and lows, so which is around what is it? Yeah, the Asian session starts from here, my time, which is the 1 a.m. my time GMT +1, and stopped at 7 a.m. rather. I don't know what's wrong with PM. 7 a.m. GMT +1. You understand? So what do? I marked out the Asian session highs and the Asian session lows. You can see this seats here. So after doing that, I will now observe market structure. You understand? So you can see that my strategy is all about liquidity and market structure. That's all. So and the session. So this is, I told you that the Asian session highs and lows has liquidity resting above these highs and lows. So what do? I wait for the London session to take out either the high or the low before I can now know my direction. So in this case, the Asian session high was taken. You can see the Asian session high was taken here when the market took out the Asian session high. Yeah, the Asian session high was taken here. So during it came down back to it didn't take out the low, but rather reacted from this other block. The market reacted from after it took out the Asian session high, it came down to this other block here and reacted and started buying from there. So around 1 p.m. rather, for my New Year session, which is around here. So I came into the market and I saw what the market has already done. The market has taken the Asian session high and which did not take out the low, but in this case it broke structure here. And which candlestick here, which of the candle that led to that break of structure? It is this order block that led to this break of structure. So what do? I placed my limit on that order block. And there was an unemployment news, which was a high impact news that was coming out around 1:30. What do? I trade those kind of news. If there is a high impact news, which is the unemployment, NPPI, all those ones, I place my limits. I trade on those news, you understand? It doesn't mean I trade news, but rather I will leave my limit. If the news come to tap my limit and goes to my favor, fine for me. Goes against me, fine for me. But the ones I cannot do is the CPI, the NFP, and the FOMC. I don't trade those ones. I don't even set limits. I don't trade those days. Any day that is CPI, I don't trade that day. FOMC, I trade because it's already 7 p.m. I don't trade the market during the 7 p.m. NFP, I don't trade on Friday. So definitely only the CPI, whenever there is a CPI news on Thursday, that day I don't trade at all. So in this case, there was an unemployment news that was coming out around 1:30, and I set my limit. I don't care. I set my limit because it follows my trade plan. So when I set the limit there around this, I set my limit on this order block because it is this order block that led to the break of structure to the upside. And what then happened? The news came out on this candlestick. I want you to see this candlestick this week. That is where that is the 1:30 news, this news. So it came out and tapped into my limit, and went straight to the TP immediately. It took just 15 minutes to hit my TP. This is the fastest trade I've ever seen in my trading journey. Yeah. So I got I got a win on Thursday, which is the last day of the week for me. So that was a win for me here, and I risked 0.5, which I gained 1.5 gain on my account. So to go over this, on Monday I lost 0.5. On Tuesday I lost 1%, which is 1.5% minus 1.5% down. And on Wednesday I was stopped out on break even, but on Thursday I was stopped out on profit. Yeah, the market hit my profit target with 1.5 gain. So definitely, if you calculate this, you will know that I stopped. This week was just a break even week for me. Last week was a break even. This week was a break even. So currently on my $6,000 Fundednext account, I have break even. I will show you guys. I will show you guys the trade I took on this account, which is the Fundednext. I'll show you guys and see that I took all this trade. I just analyzed for you guys. I'm not here to do anything. I am sharing my journey and documenting it. So one day I'm gonna get profitable and get funded on this account. But let me tell you guys something. On my $3,000 account, guys, I went against my trade plan very, very well. I went against my trade plan very, very well. Yes, did I know what I was doing? Yes, I know I was going against my trade plan in terms of trading before my New Year session, trading the London session, which I wasn't supposed to do. But I was trying out something on a $3,000 account. I'm ready to forgo that $3,000 if it goes, no problem. But the one I don't joke with is my $6,000 account, which is the Fundednext. I don't joke with them. I stick to my rules. I stick to my rules very, very well. So on the $3,000 account, guys, I'm down 6%, minus 6%. I am actually down minus 6% on my $3,000 TenTrade Profit account. I am down. But you know what will happen? I'm not going to do such again. From next week, as we're entering, I'll be following my rules, and I will share you guys with the journey on that $3,000 account. If I'll come out from that 6% drawdown. If I'm able to do that, I'll let you guys know. If I'm not able to do that, I'll still let you guys know. But on my Fundednext $6,000 account, I am always following my rules. I have not breached my rules at all. About that account, I'm currently break even. it is that account I took all this trade I just told you guys. So I was on I actually ended up on break even on my Fundednext $6,000 Fundednext account. So what I've learned so far in this my journey is that how to stick to my rules. It's not been easy, but I must follow it, because that is the only way is to become a successful trader in this financial world market. Without wasting much of your time, I really appreciate for those staying on at the end of this video. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel, because I'll update new videos every week, because I can't be doing videos every day. It's not easy for me, so I do it every week. You understand? So I update every week on my channel, so for you to get more educated in the financial market, and I share how I trade the financial market to you guys. Basically, my strategy is all about liquidity and market structure, and that's all with the New York session. I don't trade the London session. I trade only the New York session. So guys, I really appreciate and I thank you for everything. I really appreciate. So without wasting most of your time, I'll catch you up in the next video. Peace out.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.